Have you ever been trapped in this moment? You stand face to face with someone, and you finally speak the truth. You were wrong. You lied. This isn't fair. For a heartbeat, you think justice will stand with you. But then, everything flips. Somehow, you're the one painted as the villain. Why does this happen? And why does it happen the same way, every single time we confront a manipulator? This is no accident. It's a pattern. A weapon of control with a name, DARVO. And if you don't recognize it, you'll be dragged into a storm of blame until you start doubting yourself. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If the truth is twisted, stand firm with it. Do not let yourself be carried away by the winds of deceit." But standing firm is not easy if you don't know the game being played. Stay with me until the end, because once you see DARVO clearly, you'll never fall for it again. And if you're ready to build your own Stoic defense, consider subscribing to The Stoic Habit, so together we grow stronger, wiser, and untouchable. Chapter 1. Unmasking DARVO, the magician's trick of manipulators. DARVO stands for deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. DARVO is not just a technique, it's emotional sleight of hand, a magician's trick. First comes deny. The manipulator looks you in the eye and insists, "That never happened. I never said that." Even when the evidence is clear, they act as if truth itself is negotiable. Then comes attack. They don't just reject your words, they go after you, your memory, your sanity, your dignity. Suddenly the spotlight shifts from their wrongdoing to your supposed flaws. And finally, the most poisonous stage, reverse victim and offender. They slip into the role of the wounded one. They shed tears, raise their voice, and cry out, "Why are you hurting me? I'm the real victim here." And in the blink of an eye, you are the one on trial. I once watched this happen to a close friend. She discovered undeniable messages on her boyfriend's phone messages with another woman. When she confronted him, he smiled coldly and said, "You're imagining things." That was the denial. She pressed further, showing him the phone itself. He lashed out, "Why are you spying on me? What's wrong with you?" That was the attack. Finally, when cornered, his voice cracked, tears streaming. "I've suffered with you for so long. I'm the one who's been hurting all this time." And, shockingly, she began to doubt herself. She thought perhaps she had gone too far. That is the power of DARVO. It turns truth into fog. It takes the clearest betrayal and makes the victim feel guilty for even noticing. But why? Why does this trick work so effectively? Because DARVO preys on one of our deepest fears, the fear of isolation, the fear of losing reputation, the fear of being cast out as the bad one. In any society, reputation is survival. To be branded a liar, a villain, an outcast hurts more than losing an argument. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Others may taint your name, but they cannot touch your soul unless you let them." DARVO is dangerous because it tempts us to value the crowd's gaze above our own integrity, and that is the real trap. So the question is this: how exactly does DARVO work, and how can we defend ourselves when it strikes? Chapter 2. Denial. I never did that. Picture this. You glance at your partner's phone and see secret messages. You ask, softly but firmly, "Who is this?" The reply comes instantly, "You're imagining things. I didn't do anything." That is denial. The first move in the manipulator's game. It's like smoke rising in a room, clouding your vision, blurring what you know you saw. Even when you hold proof in your hands, they stare back and insist, "That's not me. You must have misread it. Who filled your head with these lies?" The strategy is simple. Logic doesn't matter. Evidence doesn't matter. All they need is one seed of doubt planted in your mind, and suddenly you begin questioning yourself. I saw this unfold with a friend at work. He discovered his boss had stolen credit for his presentation. He printed the emails, laid them out on the desk. The boss smiled calmly and said, "Are you sure? I never received those. Must be an IT error. No panic, no guilt, just a wall of calm denial. And, my friend, left the room wondering if he was overreacting. That's the quiet genius of denial. It doesn't win by proving innocence. It wins by making you second-guess reality itself. But here's the warning. If denial doesn't silence you, if you refuse to bend, they won't stop. They will escalate to the next stage, far more dangerous than the first. Chapter 3. Attack. When the truth becomes a weapon. When denial fails, watch them shift gears. They move from smoke to steel. They attack. They will say things like, "You're paranoid. Go get help. Be careful, I can make the whole company turn on you. If you open your mouth, I'll ruin you in front of everyone." This is not anger born of guilt. It's a calculated strike aimed at your confidence, your safety, your future. Words become threats, then leverage, and suddenly the truth you held becomes the excuse they use to punish you. I remember a woman who uncovered embezzlement at her company. She brought the receipts, the ledgers, the trail of numbers, laid everything on the table. He laughed softly and said, "Do you really think HR will believe you? I have friends on the board. If you value your career, stay quiet." Her hands trembled, her voice shrank. She swallowed the proof because the price of speaking suddenly looked terrifyingly real. That's the cruelty of the attack phase. It's not meant to be fair. It's meant to make you collapse so they can win without ever having to face the truth. Stoicism teaches us strength is not silence born of fear, but silence chosen with purpose. So when they lash out, notice the pattern. Name the tactic. Hold your ground without feeding the fire. If the attack doesn't stop you, what do they do next? And why does the world so often believe the louder story? Chapter 4. The Reversal. When the guilty wear the mask of the victim. This is the most dangerous move of all. The final twist in the manipulator's playbook. When denial no longer works, when the attack doesn't silence you, they pull out their deadliest trick. They flip the roles. Suddenly, they are the one who has been wronged. And you, yes, you become the aggressor. You will hear them say, "I can't believe you're treating me like this. Everyone has always tried to bring me down. You have all the power, and you're using it to hurt me." Tears may fall. Their voice may break. They may call themselves a victim of a witch hunt. And while you stand there stunned, the crowd gathers and begins to believe them. I've seen this in workplaces. An employee caught stealing credit for others' projects, cornered by evidence, turns to the team and cries, "This has always been a hostile environment. I've never been accepted here." In a moment, sympathy flows to the thief, while the true victims stand silent, painted as bullies. That's the brilliance and the poison of reversal. It's gaslighting at its peak. It leaves you not only hurt, but questioning your own character. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't be." But in this stage, harm feels unavoidable, because your reputation, your dignity, are suddenly on trial before the eyes of others. And here lies the real trap. When the guilty convince the world they are innocent, and you are left to carry the weight of their sins. But if DARVO is this predictable, what would happen if you could see it coming? What if, instead of being crushed by it, you could stand above it, untouched? So then, what is the way out? How can you avoid being pulled into this whirlwind? Chapter 5. The Stoic Defense, 6 Strategies Against DARVO. When facing DARVO, you need more than awareness. You need armor, and Stoicism has given us that armor for 2,000 years. Here are 6 timeless strategies, 6 ways to defend your peace against manipulation. 1. Safety first. Seneca reminds us, the wise man does not run into fire just to prove he is not afraid of flames. Some manipulators are too dangerous, too unstable, too willing to escalate. You do not need to fight every battle. Sometimes the wisest move is to step back, to leave the room, to cut ties. Retreat is not cowardice, it is wisdom. 2. Do not seek victory over them. A narcissist will never admit defeat. The more you argue, the more energy you lose. The goal is not to conquer them, it is to conquer yourself. Your victory is refusing to dance in their toxic rhythm. 3. Respond like stone. Epictetus taught, if someone calls you a donkey and you are not one, why be angry? Answer DARVO with calm neutrality. Speak briefly, speak evenly, without emotion. Imagine the tone of a customer service agent, polite but detached. When they scream, you can simply say, this is what happened, I've noted it. Stone does not quarrel. Stone does not bend. 4. Set boundaries. Boundaries are the fortress of the Stoic. It might mean, I will only respond by email, or we need a third party present in this conversation. They will howl that you are cruel, cold, heartless. But remember, firmness is not cruelty. Firmness is self-defense. 5. Refuse the emotional trap. DARVO wants you to explode, to lose control, so they can point and say, see, you're the aggressor. But Marcus Aurelius wrote, the strong man is he who controls his anger, not he who unleashes it. Hold your fire, let them burn out in their own fury. 6. Accept the temporary loss of reputation. They may smear you, they may spread lies, and yes, it hurts when the crowd turns against you. But reputation lies outside your control. What remains in your hands is your character, and character cannot be stolen. These 6 shields form your Stoic defense. They do not make DARVO vanish, but they protect the one thing no manipulator can touch, your inner fortress. The question is, but what if the world believes the liar, and you stand alone? What then? Chapter 6. DARVO and the fear of public opinion, the Stoic shield. DARVO thrives on the crowd. It whispers to you, your friends will abandon you, your colleagues will turn against you, you will be left alone. And so, fear rises. Fear of losing reputation, fear of losing work, fear of standing on an island with no one beside you. But Seneca once wrote to Lucilius, a palace does not make a man noble, only the mind defines true dignity. The Stoics remind us, truth is not a popularity contest. You do not need the applause of the crowd to validate what is real. You only need the courage to remain aligned with your own conscience. History gives us the perfect example. Cato, the younger one of Rome's fiercest defenders of integrity, was slandered and ridiculed. The entire Senate turned against him. Yet he did not flinch. He wore his white toga as always. He walked into the chamber as always, silent, unshaken, untouched. Politically, he lost, but morally, he won. Centuries later, his name still stands as a symbol of incorruptible honor, while the names of his accusers are forgotten dust. This is the shield Stoicism offers you. Even if the crowd believes the liar, your virtue, your character, your inner fortress remain yours alone. And that is a victory no public opinion can erase. Chapter 7. Recognizing DARVO in everyday life. DARVO is not limited to love or the workplace. It hides in plain sight everywhere. In families, a child is corrected for misbehavior. First comes denial, I didn't do it. Then the attack, you never trust me, you're always against me. And finally, tears, I'm the one being mistreated. In politics, a leader accused of corruption denies everything. They turn on the accuser, branding them as liars, and then declare, this is a witch hunt, I am the real victim. In the media, a celebrity exposed for scandal sues the press, discredits the journalists, and laments, everyone wants to destroy me. Look closely at any major scandal, and you will see DARVO repeat itself like a tired, predictable song. The notes never change. Deny, attack, reverse. What changes are the faces that play the tune. The Stoic learns to see the pattern, because once you recognize DARVO, you cannot unsee it. And when you name the trick for what it is, its power over you begins to fade. Conclusion. DARVO is the trick of the weak, yet it can bring down even the strongest unless you carry a shield. That shield is Stoic philosophy, mastering your emotions, setting firm boundaries, and holding your integrity. Remember, you don't need others to validate the truth. You only need to live true to it yourself. If you've ever faced DARVO, share your story in the comments. Your courage might be the light someone else needs. And if this message resonates, like this video, subscribe, and join us on the Stoic path. Leave a comment. I choose Stoic strength if you feel this is the journey you need.